up, Elite? Welcome to the Elite Debate. I'm your host, Chuck Taylor. Got Bradley Bayless in the house, Cobra A. Smith. And today we're going to talk about a little topic that we had, I want to say, 2 or 3 episodes ago when we were talking about the best newcomer to Elite. And I think Bradley brought up Debo, and Cobra said that it would be Show. So the first topic is going to be Cobra was right. Let's go, man. What do you guys say about that, Cobra? You called it from day one.
Hey, look, man, Negro Damas does what he does. I told you. Like, it wasn't no debate. Show's going to be show, and then that was it.
Yeah. I mean, Debo was talking a lot, man. He felt disrespected, but I guess in the end, he didn't even make the playoffs. He didn't even show up.
Yeah, well, he did lose, like, all his running backs.
Yeah.
But when you can't throw the ball, eventually you're going to have to throw the ball to beat somebody. You just can't just run all game. So.
Yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts, Bradley?
Cobra was right. Was he? Was Cobra right? I'm not so sure Cobra was right. Yeah, Show is in the playoffs. Like I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. Yes, he's had a very impressive season. He's got the first round bye, right? He's sitting on the first round bye. Is that correct? I believe he is, right? He's the number one seed in the AFC. Yep. So, like, I mean, you don't get much better than that. However, I think there is one big difference, though, between Show's situation and Debo's situation. And I think that big difference basically comes down to the division these guys are in. And like I can't really like hardcore come out and bash Show and be like, this guy's in a weak division, right? Because I mean he's in what, the AFC West. Yeah. So he's in the AFC West with Brett and his Chiefs. So like he went into Brett's division and he's like, Brett, this ain't your division no more. This is my division. However, when you begin to look beneath Show and Bread, I think, and like you guys can like refute this if you want, but I'm pretty confident if you took Debo and put him in a division with Mex and Bossman, the way those guys have been playing, right? I think we could probably inflate Debo's wins by 4, which would bump him up to a 12-win team. So I don't feel like this is really a situation where they match out evenly on paper, okay? Because their divisions are totally different. Like, you take away Bread, Show's division is cake, right? But when you look over at Debo's division, he's in that powerhouse NFC North division where all 4 of those guys have the potential to make a deep playoff run. He's in that division with true talent, with Sweets, and with Lou. Any 4 of those guys, like I could see any 4 of them being in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not taking anything away from Show, but it is what it is.
Hey, how many NFC North teams left in the playoffs?
0.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes there are top guys, right? Sometimes there are top guys that when they get to the playoffs, I mean, they just flake, Like, you look at Bread this cycle so far. I mean, he's consistently flaking in the playoffs. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's just not getting it done. I think the NFC North, they just disappointed in the playoffs. So, I mean, that's what it comes down to. But, I mean, all 4 of those guys are still top guys. I mean, would you guys refute my point that if we put Debo in Brett in that division, he would have a higher a higher record? I mean,
if you switch those 2, would he win the division like Show did?
Would
No,
Debo would Debo
If
no,
Show was in the
no.
NFC North, he's still in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he still wins that division.
Easy.
who did the NFC North lose to in the playoffs?
Alex and South.
Alex and South. Can we really bash them for losing to Alex and South?
I'm not bashing anything, but you can't bash somebody that would have the best record in the league.
I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying
Off of playing Mex and Boss. That's what you're basing this off of.
I mean, I feel like that is something fair to base this off of. Like Mex,
Not
I love
really.
Mex. Mex is awesome, but has Mex? How often does Mex go to the playoffs? And Boss Man is absolutely horrendous this season. Like I got respect for both of them guys, but I mean,
That's two people though. What about the other games?
I'm not sure. So I'm pretty sure if I pull up Debo's schedule, I'll peek at it real quick. So pulling up Debo's schedule, let's see.
Hey, well, matter of fact, we can settle this right now. When they played, who won the game?
Did they play head to head? If
No,
you're
when
asking
they
me this,
played,
if
who
you're
won the
asking me
game?
this, I take it they did play head to head.
Who won the
And
game
from
by
the
a
way
lot?
you're phrasing this, it probably sounds like Debo probably got whipped. I'm looking you. Oh, it wasn't a lot. So it looks like they collided in week 11. The score was Debo 38, Show 42. So I mean that's just a 4-point game. That's a 1-score game.
Look at the scores when it happened.
All right, pulling it up. Does Daddy Leagues give a box score?
No, not a quarter score. I have to turn on the game.
I got it up.
All right, cool. Check it out.
What was the score going into the fourth?
Looking right now.
It looks like Show. I'm looking at the stats from that game. It looks like Show had a really impressive game that week. Herbert went 18 for 23, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Eckler was 136 on the day with 2 touchdowns. And receiving wise, Eckler had another 3.
Game. It was a close game the whole way.
Eckler just went all out in that game. He had the 136 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, he had 4 receptions, 3 of them went for touchdowns. Is that something that I haven't got a chance to watch a lot of Show or a lot of his games? Is that something he does a lot? Does he rely heavily on Eckler in the receiving game?
No.
Yeah.
So that means they played that division, right? So what's Show's record against the NFC North? Because he played all 4 of them.
I probably don't want to look that up, right? We should probably just
So
move
he was 4-0,
on
right?
from that. Was he?
Was he 4-0? Was he 4-0 against the NFC North?
I'm about to pull it up, but I
Yeah.
take it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, actually, he lost to the Packers, 35-38. So he was 3-1.
Oh.
You know, I would say him losing to the Packers though is a good sign for Debo, because hear me out on this. Packers, this point when we look at Packers, when we look at Lou, he's kind of like the low man on the totem pole right now in the NFC North. And the low man on the totem pole beat your guy. So I think the point I'm just making is it's 2 different divisions, and ultimately, like even divisions aside, you can't take anything. I can't take anything away from what Slow's done this season.
Hey,
Like you all,
question. What number is higher than 1?
what number is higher than 1?
What number is higher than 1?
There's a lot of numbers higher than one.
And
Two is
what
higher
number
than
is
one.
higher than one?
Two
It
is
ain't
higher than
one.
one.
It ain't one. There's one. It ain't no number higher than one, and that's what show finished. Bottom line. Thank you. Come again. Appreciate it.
I agree. I agree. Like I can't take anything away from him. Number one seed. It is what it is. You know, I'm really disappointed in J Mac. J Mac should be ashamed of himself. He was in position to have that number one seed in the AFC North, but then I don't know what happened. He totally dropped the ball, and your guy came in, took that number one seed, and you were right, Cobra. It's fine though.
I
It's
mean,
fine
And
though.
he's
He
doing it.
Cobra's
had
He's
right.
doing it with the
I
Cowboys.
say you
He's
were
doing
right.
it
I
with the
say you were
Cowboys.
right, though. I say you were right, but at the same time, Debo's still my guy. And if in the long run,
I fucks with Debo heavy, but I knew what it was when this subject first got brought up.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
because
we're talking
I wouldn't
about
even put
the
him
number
number.
one seed in the freaking in the AFC, right?
say that again.
Yeah, no, I know we lost Cobra, but we're talking about the number one seed in the AFC. Not, it's not like he barely squeaked into the playoffs. We're
Yeah.
talking about someone who has the best record in the AFC and someone who is not even in the playoffs. So to me, it's not even close.
And I would have had Sweets at number 2 and not Debo. It would have been Show, Sweets, Debo. That would have been my in that order.
I mean, NFC North was barking like they were the best division, right? So see what happened with that.
Chuck's over there, the
He
NFC
should be all
North
right.
barking their
He
best
gets Swift
division.
back
He's sitting
next
there
year.
with your title. We know. We know.
He gets Swift back next season. So
Yeah,
we should see what
but
he's gonna do because my
but
man
but
did get hurt.
that goes into our next topic, Super Bowl predictions. I know no one from the NFC North will be in there, but just let me know who you guys got winning it all. I think I know who Cobra has. If I had to guess, I'd say Cobra has Show.
Nah,
And
because the show gonna fuck around and play somebody that's gonna catch him when he's throwing a million fucking times and throw a shitload of picks. And he's gonna catch an L because he's fucking around.
Guys,
You can't just do that against everybody.
I can tell you right now who's gonna win. Who's gonna win it all? I can tell you right now who's gonna win it all. It's not even gonna
let's
be
go.
close. This guy
Let's
is
go.
gonna run away with the Super Bowl. He's gonna run away with everything in the playoffs, and like it doesn't matter. I'll tell you right now. He's coming. He's gonna come into the Super Bowl out of the NFC. Okay.
Okay.
The Super Bowl winner is coming from the NFC. He's going to run away with the Super Bowl. It's not even going to be close. It's going to be a blowout. This guy is going to obliterate the other guy. It doesn't matter who he plays in the Super Bowl. He's going to absolutely obliterate him. Like all of our other Super Bowls, I feel like for the most part, they've been pretty good, entertaining games. Like, I mean, I say this, but at the same time, Beeman kind of like mopped the ground with Estrada season 1, right? He basically had the Super Bowl won by the end of the first quarter. DK Metcalf single-handedly won the first Super Bowl for him. But this year's Super Bowl, it's not even going to be close. It is going to be probably one of the most lopsided.
None of them.
Yeah, I'll give it to
Chuck
you.
game was won early.
Yeah.
The last one, OC had Beeman up on out of here like in the second quarter. Like all 3 of them, the games was over at halftime.
Chuck? Do you feel like you ran away with your Super Bowl, or do you feel like it was close?
I mean,
I feel like you controlled.
I got the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah.
By the time he got the ball back, because I beat him at his own game, I ran clock on him. By the time he got the ball back, was like 4 to 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. So
I feel like once you got that like goal line fumble from him, I feel like that was the end of the game. But this year's Super Bowl is going to be the most lopsided Super Bowl ever. Doesn't matter who the AFC has representing them. Cobra, it could be your guy. It could be your guy. The Rookie of the Year for Madden Elite could totally be your guy. It doesn't matter though. Because I'm going to tell you right now who's going to win the Super Bowl. Benjamin Beeman Bayman Begelman. He's going all the way. It's going to be his year. It's his year again. It will be his third Super Bowl appearance in 4 seasons and his second title. Benjamin Beeman Bayman Begelman is going to be the first ever 2-time winner of the Elite World Super Bowl Championship of the world. It's going down. Mark it down. It is what it is. It's not even going to be close. Sorry, AFC.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. Beeman will beat Show because of the way how Show plays. Beeman won't beat Chuck. I can tell you that right now.
That I think would be the money Super Bowl. That would be the money Super Bowl. Chuck, I'm gonna need you to just obliterate everybody in the playoffs so we can get the Chuck Beeman.
Next, so...
Okay, well, Chuck, you got this, man. You're going to go in there. You're going to mop the floor with Show. It's not even going to be close. Like, you're going to go ham the rest of the way through the playoffs, okay, man? You're going to blow everybody out. Beeman's going to blow everybody out. You guys are going to come in there like titans for this Super Bowl. It's going to be 2 titans colliding. And Chuck, I'm sorry, I gotta, like, man, actually, I don't know. Chuck versus Beeman. Like I've said in the past, I'll never root against Chuck. And I think I'm going to continue to stick with my pick of Beeman. Chuck, it's not a slam against you. I think it's more of a like coming behind Beeman and backing Beeman for once, okay? You know, it's nothing personal.
After you even sold him out for 3 seasons, now you backing him.
I'm backing them this year. Like I go by a lot with my picks. I go by what I feel, you know. Like I believe there's this sixth sense that people have, and if you're in tune with that sixth sense, you can just discern the realities of life, okay? And the reality of life right now is it's Beeman's time.
Beeman run the football, he'll be all right. But if you get back there and just want to throw every play,
Yeah, I just think he tries to do too much when he's on a snipe stream. So I think that might hurt him. But
hey,
well, Beeman may have his chance to break the snipes curse. So
my prediction is Show though. I got Show.
Yeah, but he got to beat Alex next though.
Who? Oh, Beeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last time they played in the playoffs, was that the debacle where Beeman was like in chat with us in the call with us during the game?
That had nothing to do with it. That didn't have nothing to do with it. He was just because Alex wasn't like he just came out and started doing some outlandish shit. He just ran the football on him, and that front was soft as hell, so he just pounded the shit out of him.
I think Alex kind of exposed some weaknesses of Beeman in that game. And I think Beeman really began to struggle in that game when, did I say South? I meant Alex. But I think Alex really pointed something out about Beeman. Alex went in, he controlled the ball, kept it out of the hands of Beeman's offense, and he really began to struggle a bit once that happened. So I think if someone wants to be victorious over Beeman, they got to be able to control the ball and basically not let his offense get a chance. Because once he gets down,
he was already up by like, what was it, 20?
Yeah, he had a huge lead.
And then he gave up like a 99-yard run to the backup running back. And then it was all she wrote after that.
So I know in the Elite magazine thing that we put together, Brad wrote an article in it, and in it he stated that his choice for the who he had winning the Super Bowl this season in Elite was South. What do you guys think about the possibility of South winning the bowl? No.
Nope. Nah.
What do you guys? You both seem pretty adamant about that. What's your guys' thoughts? Elaborate. Let's hear it.
Hey, South play good defense, but you ain't gonna beat nobody when your running back is your number 1 receiver.
What happened?
Support that. You can't have your running back and your number 1 receiver.
Okay, Freight. Calm down over there.
No, that's the truth. Like, you have Julio Jones, you have Thielen, you got Hurst, you got Juju, but your leading receiver is fucking Todd Gurley. That tells me, hey, Your first read is throwing to the running back and not even looking at your receivers because the running back's immediately open. That's what that tells me. There's no reason for that to even happen. I can't support that. Shouts my guy Arturo. I can't fuck with that. Off principle, I can't rock with that. Nope.
So what I want to know is what the heck happened to Julio Jones? Like, do you guys
I don't know.
remember in season
Week
one?
17.
Julio, whatever. What happened? What happened to Julio Jones? I like Julio Jones better. I think it rolls off the tongue a little bit better. But what happened to him? Like, do you guys remember season one and just like the dominance that Jones had in season one? Like early on in season one, like South was killing everybody with him.
And then they patched the game where you just can't throw up some bullshit.
That
And there you have it.
Like I don't know if you guys remember.
Deep zones were broken when the game first came out, so
Do you guys
they wouldn't play nothing deep.
Yeah. Do you guys remember like South throwing bombs to Julio when he was like triple covered and Julio was still coming down with the ball and nobody could do anything to stop him? It was glorious. It was glorious. I believe there's a couple wires specifically dedicated to Julio Jones.
He bought week 17 though, which was kind of neat.
What happened week 17?
He pissed on Sweets. He was just throwing that ball up, and he was tossing that little midget DB he had out there.
This season?
Yep.
Oh, so he beat him in back-to-back weeks?
Yep. He was just throwing
nothing
it
to
up
complain about.
Because he had the X Factor. He was just throwing that hoe up just to see if he was going to catch it. Tub.
Yeah. Yeah,
what do
I'm
you
gonna
guys
say? Show from the AFC and Canoe from the NFC. NBS Superbowl.
I could see.
Nobody's
safe. Their little basketball crew or whatever.
The fuck out of here with that shit, man.
Is that the name of their basketball league or whatever?
I think it's the 2K team.
Yeah.
2K team.
Nice. So I said, I don't know if it was last season or the season before, but I believe I am on record saying I believe before the cycle is over, Kanyu will make a Super Bowl appearance. So I can get behind Kanyu going. However, Beeman's still my guy. So what do you guys think about J-Mac? Like J-Mac's absolutely, like, he's had a really good season. At one point in time, it looked like he was potentially going to lock up the first seed in the AFC, but he had a couple bad weeks late in the season. And from what you guys were saying before we actually started recording for the show, it looks like J-Mac pulled out the massive upset over Bread in the wild card round. What do you guys think about J-Mac's chance?
Is that really an upset?
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's not really.
I'm not.
Last time J-Mac faced Show, he whooped him. So, I mean, it's a game of matchups, man, bro.
I don't know. They just played like the other day and Show beat the dog shit out of him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cringe a little bit on the inside when people don't put respect on Bread's name. Though, however, I've been saying that all cycle, and he keeps letting me down in the playoffs all cycle. So I'm really disappointed in Bread. Bread, if you're listening to this, I'm really disappointed in you right now.
Well, he didn't run Barkley. Barkley has 7 carries. You trade for Barkley and you get 7 carries, and you get ran out the building early.
When Bread was killing people, it's because he could run the ball.
Yep.
He's not doing that no more. So he's still good, but I think he just gets away from his game in the playoffs.
Especially if he gets down early, all that shit go right out the window. It's different. You in the regular season, you get down, you're like, whatever. I come back, I can go next week's playoffs. You like, this is it,
Yeah.
and you
So
never know if your person, the dude you playing is going to get up, and then all of a sudden decide he want to control clock on you. So you
Yeah.
gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure he has it in his head too. He hears people talking, saying that he's washed up. So I think he tries to do too much.
It's
But
different, man. In the regular season, you can do all that gung ho shit. You get to the
yeah,
playoffs, it's like every play matter. You got to watch your fourth down conversion. You got to give good field position.
yeah. All right. So Beeman, that's who Bradley has. Cobra.
I got three. It just depends on the matchups.
you got to go with one. Who's it going to be?
Gun to the
It
Got
ain't
to
head.
no,
go
it
with
ain't
one.
no fun. If Beeman plays Show, Beeman's going to win. If Beeman plays Chuck, Chuck's going to win. If Beeman plays anybody else from over there, he's winning. Period.
So if he plays Orion again, you think he wins?
Yep.
So the only individual
Because
you
that's his
have.
fault. And we and him talked about that. That was his fault.
So
Yeah.
the only individual you have beating Beeman in the Super Bowl is Chuck.
Yeah, because his team's built to beat his. It's
Okay.
not his team's literally built to stop what he likes to do.
So
And
to
Beeman's not gonna sit there and go, you know what? I'm gonna run the football today because I know Chuck's secondary is beastly. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna do it a little bit, and then be like, oh, let me keep throwing like he did against OC in the Super Bowl instead of just running the fucking football. He's gonna try to throw the ball. He's gonna get irritated if it don't work, and then the game plan gonna go right out the window.
so to determine Cobra's official pick in the Super Bowl, we need to determine Cobra. Who do you think is going to be representing the AFC? Is it going to be Show or is it going to be Chuck?
Whoever wins the next game because they play each other. Look, Chuck, they just played earlier this week, and Chuck had him beat, and he pissed the game away.
All right, so we will put an asterisk by Cobra's choice.
I'm respecting the people who playing. There is no just, oh, I'm for sure know who's gonna do it. Mm-mm. Huh.
Okay. Honestly, what we can determine though from this Chuck, is Cobra.
Oh, let me say this way.
Okay.
The new secondary is built to stop Beeman's team, but that front ain't built to stop Beast Mode Jr. But he's not gonna run like that. They might not even match up, but he has a secondary that can match up with
Yeah.
this.
So what we can determine by Cobra's lack of commitment in a pick, Chuck, is he just doesn't have confidence. He just doesn't have confidence in you, man. No confidence. Cobra has no confidence.
I don't either, man.
All right. So who was your pick again, Chuck?
Show and Canoe.
Show and Canoe.
I see Alex beating Beeman. I see Canoe beating South. I see Canoe beating Alex and getting to the Super Bowl for the NFC. For the AFC, I got Orion beating Flo. And then him and J Mac, I think J Mac's gonna take Orion. So it'll
Yeah,
be
because he had
J
him beat last time they played in the playoffs.
Yeah. So it'll plus the thing about J Mac that sometimes he's hot, I think he fucks around too much in the regular season, man. But I could see J Mac playing Show in the AFC Championship, and I think Show will beat him, and it's gonna be Show and Canoe, and I think Show's gonna take it. He's gonna win the Super Bowl. Those are my predictions.
So I got JMax schedule up right now and I'm looking at it. And a note while I'm looking at it, it does look like we need to go back and resync week 16. It doesn't look like all the games came through because his week 16 game didn't come through. But his week 17. You guys see J Max week 17 game? Played slow.
Nah.
Or no, Show. I always get them confused. Show is
No, he
Chargers, right?
played slow week 16,
Okay,
and then
yeah,
show
yeah.
week 17.
Okay, so I always get those two names confused. So week 17, he played Show. Get this. The score of J-Mac versus Show was 56-19. Show absolutely murdered him. It wasn't even close. Also, while I'm thumbing over his schedule, J-Mac's victory over Bread in the wild card, that's not the only time he's beat him this season. They played week number 9, and J-Mac won that game as well. So, and I think that kind of goes back to what Chuck was
But you
talking
said that
about.
was an
Sometimes he's on,
upset, right?
sometimes he's off. It is an upset. He upset him twice.
Can't be
Two
one
upsets.
twice and be an upset.
No, it's an upset. Brett is going to win the season 5 Super Bowl of Madden Elite.
That ship has sailed, man.
Nope.
Give it
He's
up.
going to have one more chance.
Give it
He's
up.
going to have one more chance to get it done.
Cool. All right, so this is the final episode for this season, right? I'm not sure if we're gonna do this every week going forward or every other week. We'll see how things go, but look
Should do
forward
a
to talking to
post-draft
y'all,
show.
man. What happened?
Post-draft show.
True. Yeah, talk about the draft and shit. So yeah, we could do one. Well, that would be the week after this week, right? So that'd be
Yeah, like the beginning of next season, something like that.
cool. Sounds good.
Preseason
sir.
predictions going into the season.
Peace.